Your Excellency, President Bautase, President of the Republic of Suriname, Honorable Speaker of the National Assembly of the Republic of Suriname, Honorable Ministers of Government, heads of delegations, representatives of the UN agencies, special invitees, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. I bring you greetings on behalf of President David Granger, the government and people of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. And I thank the host for their warm hospitality and the excellent organization of this conference. Guyana considers itself fortunate to be numbered among the few countries in the world that are defined as high forest cover, low deforestation countries. With a total land area of 216,000 square kilometers, a population of approximately 775,000 people, and 87% of forested land, Guyana is the second most forested country per capita in the world, after, of course, our host, Suriname. Guyana stands within the Guyana Shield, one of the world's last remaining spares of virgin tropical rainforest. The Guyana Shield spans an area of 2.7 million kilometers square and is shared by 5 other South American countries, namely Brazil, Colombia, French Guyana, Suriname, and Venezuela. The Guyana Shield represents 18% of the world's tropical forest carbon and 20% of the world's fresh water, which allows it to capture large quantities of carbon dioxide. It is one of the largest contiguous and relatively intact forest ecoregions in the world, and undoubtedly an area of both regional and global significance in the fight against climate change. Mr. Chairman, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the IPCC, the globally recognized authority on climate change science, has continuously emphasized the importance of the world's forests in combating climate change risks. Specifically, we are reminded that the future climate of our planet is inextricably tied to the future of our forests. As an HFLD country, Guyana takes its responsibilities to Mother Earth very seriously and is proud to stand as an example and reliable global partner in tackling climate change. Our employment of prudent and sustainable forest management practices has resulted in the achievement of a deforestation rate of 0.048%, the lowest since 1990, and probably one of the lowest deforestation rates in the world. But we do not do this alone. Recognizing the value of partnerships, the government of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana and the Kingdom of Norway in 2009 entered into an agreement to provide the world with a relevant, replicable model of how REDD+, that is to say, the mechanism for reducing emissions from deforestation and forest degradation, can align the developmental objectives of forest countries with the needs to combat climate change. As a result of this partnership, Guyana embarked on one of the first national-scale REDD+ initiatives in the world. A monitoring, reporting, and verification system was established to monitor, report, and verify forest carbon emissions that result from deforestation and forest degradation in Guyana. We entered an agreement also with the Kingdom of the Netherlands, the Federal Republic of Germany, the state of Japan, and other states, international organizations to advance similar notions in the wider environmental protection context. Mr. Chairman, we are committed to ensuring sustainability in the forestry sector. Some measures that would allow us to realize this objective in the short term are improving timber monitoring and maintaining a high level of timber legality, increasing value-added activities in the forestry sector so as to augment carbon storage in long-use wood products, intensifying the sustainable management of our indigenous communities, which own 14% of our national territory, and add an additional 2 million hectares of land and waterways to our national protected area system, bringing the total protected areas to approximately 20% of Guyana. A point to note here is that our Kaieteur National Park is one of the oldest protected areas in the Amazon. We've also facilitated greater certification of forest products and increasing access to markets. However, Mr. Chairman, the absence of adequate international finance, technology transfer, and capacity building to enable high forest cover, low deforestation countries to transition towards climate resilient and low emission development is a bane and a blight on our development efforts. It retards us from meeting our long-term national goals and from effectively responding to and meeting our international targets, like the Paris Agreement on climate change and the 2030 Sustainable Development Goals. Mr. Chair, in spite of that, Guyana is on an unequivocal path to become a green state by the year 2040 through our Green State Development Strategy, Vision 2040, which was elaborated here in the conference. We are eager to demonstrate that low carbon, low deforestation, climate resilient development is possible for HFLD countries. Mr. Chair, in closing, I wish to issue a call to the international community to recognize HFLD countries as a special priority group for sustainable and predictable financial flows to facilitate our urgent undertaking of mitigation and adaptation efforts to climate change. With these two remarks, I thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister.